Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm really happy to have you here. And today I want to talk about tech stacks, languages, frameworks, libraries, all of that stuff. If you're a developer, I'm pretty sure that you've already faced this question several times. Should I use framework A or B for this project, language A or B? And yeah, let's talk about that. I faced that issue several times, and I do have a few things that I think can help some of you. Some wrong choices I've made in the past, some good choices, and I want to talk about them. First of all, I want to make a distinction. I want to talk about professional and personal matters separately. So if you are looking for a job and you want to maybe get a job at Google, Facebook, those often require a very specific skill set. So more often than not, you need to know certain languages, certain frameworks to get a job at those places. Or even if you're just looking for the best opportunities, you might want to know what's hot in the market these days. Well, to begin this, I want to talk about personal projects. One thing that is very important in personal projects is focus and motivation. You don't want to get demotivated because it's not something that's giving you money, usually, at least not in the beginning. You are aiming to get this, to get a SaaS or a marketplace or anything to generate money. That's your goal, but it usually does not give you money in the beginning. So motivation is very, very important. And choosing the right framework and the right language plays a big role on this. Especially because if you happen to choose something that you don't like, you'll quickly get demotivated and the project goes to your abandoned list. I have a pretty big list with some forgotten projects. For the first thing about personal projects, and with personal I don't mean small projects or some portfolio projects, I mean actual projects that are not professional in. And what I mean with this is they do not give you money yet. You probably still need a freelance job or a real job or anything like that to pay your bills. And even if not, even if you have some money saved and you want to start something. So regarding personal projects, if you are a beginner, you have the luxury of not knowing much yet usually, and you have the ability to basically pick anything. You're probably going to learn it first and then start your project, or do it as you go. So you're probably doing your project and learning at the same time. But if you are an experienced developer, you already have some experience, you've already done a few jobs, I would say that you should pick what you're most comfortable with. And the reason I say this is because, as I said, motivation plays a huge role in personal projects. And what you do not want is to pick a new language or a new framework and stumble on errors and issues along the way, and that will get you demotivated very quickly. And that's one of the things that impacted me the most when I was doing a new project. So let's say I started a new project and I say, hey, I want to learn this technology, let me use it. Sometimes I would face some issues and I'd say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, just put it on the trash. So I think that the number one rule for projects that you want to make a real company of, that you want to generate money for you, is to pick something you know very well. And I'm not saying that you should know very difficult things, stuff like that. Nomadlist by Peter Levels is built on vanilla PHP. It's not a really complex code, and I'm not saying that he's a bad coder. I'm just saying that he managed to make something really awesome with not a lot of resources. He didn't need a fancy framework, he didn't need to learn the language of the week. He just got what he knew and created a project with it. And I think that's the most important thing. Pick something you know. If you want to learn a new language, maybe do a little side project on the weekend, something just to get you there, to understand the language, and when you already have grasped the concepts and you already know how to work with it, you can move to a real project. Second thing, and a little bit less important, is pick a language and framework that suits you. So, for instance, let's say you like Ruby a lot, and Ruby is a great language. It has great frameworks. Ruby, Rails, Sinatra. It has great libraries. The community is pretty active, and it's a great choice. But if you are building, I don't know, a live stream website, it might not be the best choice. Ruby does scale, but it might not be the best choice. You have Elixir, you have Erlang, you have lots of things, and Elixir runs on the Erlang VM. You have Node, you might have better options to pick for this specific toolset, for this specific requirements. But I would say that for 99% of the cases, what you know is the best, because it allows you to get a prototype faster, it allows you to get customers faster, and it allows you to figure out all the issues along the way faster. And if for some reason your tech stack doesn't work later, you can just start building something else. You won't have much built if you pick your favorite language, the language that you know the most, that you use the most, that you have the most experience with. You should be able to get an MVP out real quickly, and if needed, rewrite it in a new language or anything like that. And the third thing I would like to talk about, and it kind of goes back to the one, is that pick things you are familiar with. So let's say you really like Laravel, you really like Tailwind, and I'm saying Laravel and Tailwind because this is my favorite stack at the moment. Go with it. Just pick Laravel, Tailwind, do your best. You already know all the little tricks. You already know how to get things done fast. Go with it. And that's basically it for personal projects. Your biggest ally is motivation. Motivation is what drives you. You are not getting any money at the beginning. So you have to focus on motivation. Pick what you know, pick what won't be a problem for you. You already have many problems when doing personal projects like that. Frameworks and languages and tools shouldn't be those problems. Now, talking about a professional life, and what I mean with this is what gets you paid. I would say that you should always learn something that has a market for, so you probably shouldn't be learning Visual Basic. But most languages these days do have a market for them. Even Elixir, which is a bit of a niche language, it's probably not that hard to get a job, especially because there are so few developers out there. But basically, every language has a market. There might be some specific needs for your country, but we're basically remote now, so you should be able to also get jobs in other countries. I know that not all companies are open to this, but you do have several remote jobs out there, including, you can see them in Peter Level's website as well, remoteok.io, which is also run entirely in vanilla PHP. But going back to the topic, if you want to, let's say you are a designer and you want to move to front-end, I would say go and see what's hot in front-end these days. And let's say React's number one. Don't just pick React. Take a look at it, each framework, each language. So let's say you have React, Vue, you're definitely going to use JavaScript, maybe TypeScript. But take a look at Vue, take a look at React, take a look at whatever people are using that I don't know. Maybe Angular, I don't know if that's still hot in the front-end community. But take a look at each one of them, see which one of them kind of appeals the most to you. I personally don't like React. I don't like it, but I do really like Vue, and both of them have a really good market. Both of them are very popular, and so I would say take a look at a few frameworks, a few libraries, see what you really like, see what has the most appeal to you, and learn it. Let's say you want to move from the front end to the back end, same thing. Take a look at a couple languages, Ruby, JavaScript, PHP, Elixir, Golang. You have several options. See what's most likable to you and focus on that. Most languages have a really big market. PHP, especially Ruby. Node, which is JavaScript, also has a really good market. And that's it. Take a look at all of them, see what appeals the most to you. And let's say you want to enter a company, a very specific company, then maybe you might need to learn something specific. So let's say you want to work on the front end of Facebook. They mostly use React, so you need to learn React. Let's say you want to work at Basecamp. They use Rails, so you must learn Rails. And for those specific things, specific goals, recruitment goals, I would say that you need to learn some very specific things. But generally, you should learn something that you're comfortable with, and of course, you can know if you're comfortable with something before trying them out. But my tip is take a look at each one of them, see what appeals the most to you. Hey, I really like Golang syntax, I might try this one. Hey, I really dislike JavaScript, so put Node aside for a bit and check the others. The market is huge. I'm pretty sure there are jobs for most of us out there, and you just haven't found your fit yet if you haven't found anything. But yeah, this is the video, guys. Just a little small tips. Just wanted to expand a little bit on them. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and click the like button as well, which should be, I think, subscribes here and likes here. I'm not sure, I might be wrong. But that's it. You can follow me on Twitter for, more frequent updates from me, and my blog's on the description as well. Thanks so much for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.